Hi my friends, welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, hi, my name is Melissa, or Missa, welcome. Today is my full face of Maybelline. It's pretty much a full face. I do have to substitute a couple of products, and I do add a tiny bit of Shim Shim because it was making me unhappy the way my eyes were turning out. But apart from that, it's all Maybelline. I've promised this video for a really long time, and like I said, Matty, this is for you, okay? This is in your honour. Also, I have a really bad cold and my voice is definitely way worse at the start of the tutorial than it is now, so please forgive me for that. But anyway, we're going to fanny around with a bunch of Maybelline stuff, including like this Soda Pop palette, which I have thoughts on, and all the rest. So if you want to fanny around with me and do this full face of Maybelline, then do keep on watching. I've also done Makeup Revolution, Colourpop and Shein. I will link them all down below. And yeah, let's just jump into it. Wanna come and see me? Shut my big flump. Chum chum, you've made an appearance in all these videos, haven't you? Aren't you lucky? I get to see my sausage. You'll get to see my sausage. Let's get on with it. My hair looks really ridiculous, more so than it usually does. Just ignore it. And also, my voice. Ignore that. Coffee is helping it to sound more normal, but we're stuck with it. So the palette I have from Maybelline is the Soda Pop. This is actually like kind of pricey. I remember when it first launched, like how much was it? Let me Google it quickly. Yeah, it's currently £30 in Boots. Like, who is paying that? Let's be honest. £30. If I bought this palette for £30, I would actually write a letter of complaint to someone because it is not worth £30. I'm just going to start with this dark brown, then I'll go in this purple and then this orange. It's like the only three shades I really use in this. And honestly, at this point of the game, I don't know if this look is going to go anywhere because I can't decide if it looks good or not. I have been promising this Maybelline video for like a year now. And Matty, this one is in your honour. This whole video, because Matty's been on my case the absolute most to film it, which is quite funny. And I don't have quite enough to do an entire full face, but I'll do obviously as much as I can. Yeah, so I don't find these shadows awful. I would say they're probably better quality than the, say for example, the Shein eyeshadows I did 3 videos past. So they're not terrible, but £30 is an utter joke. For anything from Maybelline costing £30, unless it's like a gift set of all their stuff, then I would understand it. Yeah, I don't think this palette should be more than 15, and even then I think that's probably too pricey, to be honest. But this is a nice dark brown, goes on well. I'm really sorry about my voice. I'm trying to get all my videos filmed so I can have a few days off over Christmas, because Christmas is like not that far away now. And yeah, I want to be able to take some time off. This is the purple. It's a really nice tone of purple, a nice aubergine, and it actually blends with this brown really well. The palette does have a lot of fallout and kick up. It really doesn't bother me though. I don't mind. It doesn't bother me as much as that Boy Racer does anyway. So I'm just going to pull that out. Really nice purple actually. And again, it just blends with that brown so beautifully. And then I'll take that orange. I'm using like real big fluffy brushes because I'm just wanting this to be very big and blown out. And I think it looks kind of grungy, to be quite honest, which I'm not hating. I had another couple of Maybelline palettes, but I've definitely like decluttered them because in my head I was like, oh, I'm never going to get this video done, am I? So I probably just got rid of them. I wish I hadn't, but there's something about the quality of the shadows. It's like when you go over them, they kind of just patch off. So I feel like I'll put it all on and it's fine, but then I'll need to like pat so that I'm not removing. anyone watch the final of season 3 of Succession last night? Oh my goodness, it was so good. Very off topic, but it was excellent. This is literally all I'm doing in terms of my like crease and blending. It's this very dark brown, followed by the purple, followed by the orange. I don't know, I do feel like they blend together quite nicely in terms of the tones, but you do have to watch with them patching. I used my Revlon Candid Concealer as a primer, pretty much as always. And they seem to go over it okay. I don't have a lot of experience with Maybelline eyeshadows. I feel like Maybelline is kind of like Rimmel, it's kind of like L'Oreal. They're not known for their eyeshadow palettes, they're known for their like mascaras or, you know, a blush or a lipstick. It's not really like palettes that we go to these brands for. I don't even think I've tried like a Rimmel eyeshadow palette. And this brown isn't patchy, and I wouldn't say the purple is patchy, I would say it's the orange, it's kind of a little bit patchy. Whilst I'm here, I might just throw that lower lash line on, which is this shimmery purple, and then just like into that one. I will wet it though. I think it's better wet. Even using a Maybelline setting spray to wet it. Yeah, it's a decent shimmery purple. Probably one of the more interesting tones in the palette. It's actually a very pretty colour. I just feel like it's kind of lost a bit, like it's almost like fallen off my eye on that side. Maybe I'll just pop a bit more on. I'd be interested to see like how long these eyeshadows last on my face, because I feel like they might not be very long lasting. So yeah, I'll just keep blending this, and then we can put the cut crease on just to make it a wee bit more interesting. It's almost like these shadows find your pores and then just like stick in them. It's a weird thing. Now you can see it's like removing all of that purple. Just let me very gently putting it on. If I pat it, it'll like cover it up, but then the blend's gone. Probably, you can probably tell, I wouldn't recommend this palette. Like I think I'm gonna get a workable look out of it, but it's not like a pleasant experience to play with. I'm gonna throw on my cut crease and then we'll put on some shimmers and see if that makes it better. I mean, it doesn't really match, but it'll match enough for now. I'm gonna use this light shimmer and then this darker shimmer and then this like cranberry shimmer. I know what the problem is, and I can feel it in my bones. Hold on. The problem is I feel like I can't make this eyeshadow palette work very well, so I kind of want to rage quit my makeup. But not all palettes are gonna work, and I'm not gonna think they're like good, and maybe I shouldn't just not do the video. I should do the video and show the palette with its flaws, and then, do you know what I mean? I would just expect a lot more for that price. Can you imagine paying £30 in boots for a Maybelline palette and then not liking it? I wouldn't spend £30 on some high-end palettes. These shimmers are fine. Quite a dry formula, but they go on the eye. I don't think they've got much impact, but I mean, they're there, I can see them. It's not like they're unpigmented or anything. They just don't go on hugely shimmery. My brush is a little bit wet, but it's not really making a huge difference. I tried to jazz it up a wee bit. I did bring in another product. I'm going to use a couple of products here that aren't Maybelline, but it's because I wanted to rage quit this makeup, and I thought, well, if I can at least make it slightly more bearable and like looking nice, then hopefully I can get a video out on it. Because I feel like we're going to have, you know, good times with the base products. It's probably just the eyeshadow that I'm not going to love, and that's okay. So I'm just going to throw on a little bit of liner around the edge. It's my OPV shade. Well, it's Metal and Liquid Glitter. It doesn't have a shade on it. It's this one. And then I'll put a Maybelline eyeliner on though. I do have one of them. And then I've got this Maybelline eyeliner. It's my Maybelline Tattoo Liner in black. It's alright. Mine's a wee bit old. I need to put a bit of Inglot Duraline in it and see if I can like make it come back to life a bit more. But it's certainly nicer than my Huda liquid liner. I think I do prefer a pen, like a felt tip pen style. That's just me. I find I can be a bit neater and more precise with them. But this is a good eyeliner. It doesn't want to come off once you've put it on, which I think is like a good thing. Able to be precise enough. And then I took this shade Blue Raspberry. Just trying to use all the shades, well, as many as possible. And just pat that over. It gives it like a kind of denim-y dark blue colour. I tried this all over the lid and it was awful. It just didn't go on with any pigment at all. It was bizarre actually, experience using it, but it's working over this black eyeliner decently. You can see it's changing the colour. And then just one more product that isn't Maybelline for the eyes. I just took a wee bit of my Lottie London eye foil in Fire just to jazz it up again. I was at that point where I was like, I really hate this and I'm going to quit, so I just thought I would add a wee bit more interest and then at least get most of my feelings about Maybelline out. I know people get annoyed when I use other products and I do understand that, but if I didn't today, there would be no video. Trust me. I'll blend that. You see, it's just, it looks so patchy on that outer corner. A bit of orange down here before I wipe off my fallout, and we'll move on to our base. And hopefully I can work on these eyes when my base is on and like blend it a bit better. I'm just going to put a black pencil liner in the waterline, wipe off my fallout, and then we'll put some base products on and hopefully like rescue this, but we will see. Ah, look at me, I have a primer. Face Studio Prime Pore Minimizing Primer. For once. Never use. Oh, it's quite thick. I thought it was going to be like a lot more liquidy. It feels like Benefit Professional. Oh gosh. Yeah, it feels like Benefit Professional. And I love Professional. I wonder if I'll like this. I'm going to work on the eyes, by the way, when the base is on. I'm hoping I can be a magician somehow. Yeah, that feels like Professional, just completely and utterly like Professional. I'm going to stop saying Professional, but that's what it feels like. I had in my head it would be like a moisturiser. Big spot, still there. Honestly, I've never really felt so good as I have the past couple days. I have a couple of foundations. I've got the Superstay 30 Hour and I've got the Fit Me Luminous and Smooth, normal to dry skin. This one's a bit darker, shade 115, and then this is in shade 05. I'm just gonna like swatch them both. Maybe like for once we'll go for the darker foundation. Let's see, this is the Fit Me one. Shade looks alright actually, and I've not tried that one. I've tried this one once and I was not a fan, but I'd quite like to try it again. But I feel like that colour's going to be like a bit better for me today, so I might just use that. We'll use the Fit Me one. And see, I don't even know what this coverage is supposed to be like. Liquid foundation for normal to dry skin, hydrates insulated skin texture, natural luminous finish. In the bottle it just looks like quite dark, but actually I feel like that's not that far off my skin tone compared to the Colourpop foundation I put on. I feel like this definitely suits me a bit better. I used to love the Maybelline foundation that came in a wee squeezy tube. I'll try to put a picture up on the screen. Loved that one. I think they still sell it. This is nice. It's not full coverage. It's just like nice. it is quite luminous. Oh, that's gorgeous. I'm into some first impression with having it on my skin for like 2 seconds. That is really pretty. If you don't like super full coverage, you might quite like this. I like that a lot so far. And then I have another product that I have tried and really love. It's my Master Contour. I really like it. I only use the contour side, but it's a really nice colour on me. This is shade, way on the lid, light. It just blends real easy. It's very creamy. I'm not going to really bother with my forehead because I'm going to have my fringe down, but it's just a real nice product. I could put the pale one underneath, I guess. Try that. I never really use the pale side. It always blends over whatever foundation I have really nicely, and it's a real nice colour. It's cool tone, but it's not grey. My base feels very like hydrated, very creamy. I hate that word. Very unset. Sometimes I love a cream base and other times I'm like, wow, I want to put powder on. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting here. It's not unpleasant, it's just I want to put powder on this base. My concealer is the Superstay Full Coverage. I remember when they released this, I was so excited. I've tried it a few times and I'm not the biggest fan, I have to say. See if it'll cover that spot. I just don't think it offers the coverage that it claims to offer. But we'll see what it's like over my spot today. See, if this was a better quality eyeshadow palette, I think I would really quite like this eyeshadow look. I mean, you know I love purple and orange together, so it's kind of ideal, but I just feel like the quality is not there. I like want to try this look with a different palette. Yeah, it's a nice enough concealer. I just feel like there's a million more out there that are nicer. Like even the e.l.f. like camel ones are nicer and I think they're cheaper. Yeah, it's just, it's nice, but it's not something to write home about. Saying that, I really like how my base looks. One last cream product before we set, which is my Dream Touch blush in, I think it's Apricot. I got this on Amazon ages ago. It's one of my favourite cream blushes in my collection. It's like a mousse kind of consistency, but it's just a very pretty colour. And I really like the formula, and I put way too much on my brush. And I think I'm going to go very blush heavy with the eyeshadow. So I'm going to take this right up into that basically. Get those hairs out of the way. I really like this, these Dream Touch blushes. I've got a couple of colours of them and they just don't let me down. I got this on Amazon, by the way. I don't think they actually sell these ones in the store, like this peach one. Actually, Amazon's a really good place to get Maybelline makeup, by the way. Very often heavily discounted. And Maybelline is one of the drugstore brands that is just on the pricier side. It always has been. But when it comes to some of their products, like their mascaras and stuff, they're definitely worth it. I used to love the Superstay foundation when I was a cake face. That used to be definitely worth it for me as well. There's a lot of products from them that I love. These matte Superstays, some of my favourite liquid lipsticks. I've showered with them, taken all my makeup off, and it's the only thing that hasn't budged. Like, they are excellent. And then for powder, I've got the Fit Me loose powder. This is in 05. I think you still have to get this on Amazon. I think it's one of those products that hasn't really reached our stores, I don't think. So I'm going to bake with this. Just where necessary, where I always do, underneath my eyes. And smile lines. But I'm going to use a different powder on the rest. I'm going to use my Superstay powder in 10 Ivory. I love this. I really love this. I've actually hit pan on 3 of these. I think this is my 4th one. It's just a really nice setting powder. So it's somewhat similar to MAC Studio Fix. That's why I like it, because it gives me a bit of coverage. I'm happy with my basics. I think with the powders on it looks a lot more heavy, but it also looks more matte and it's going to last longer. And like, I'm quite happy about that. I'm very quickly going to contour. I don't have like a powder contour from Maybelline. I'll just use a drugstore one, and then we'll put bronzer and highlight and blush on. And hopefully then I can fix my eyes. Very slightly contoured, didn't want to do too much. I just used, by the way, my Makeup Revolution one because it was out from filming my Makeup Revolution video. And then I'm going to use my City bronzer. This is by Maybelline. I actually thought I decluttered it, and I was like, no, why did I do that? I didn't. It's just quite small in my drawer. It's a good bronzer. I think I got this again on Amazon because I buy a lot of my Maybelline on Amazon. Unless like Boots or Superdrug has like a 3 for 2, and then I'll quite often like pick up my favourite mascara, which is the Lash Sensational, and then probably like a couple of those liquid lipsticks. I don't know, you'll pay a tenner for a Maybelline highlighter in store, or you'll pay like £3 for it on Amazon. It's just a nice bronzer. Mine's in the shade Medium Warm 250. I just keep it because it's pleasant enough. I mean, I wouldn't write home about it again, but for like £2 on Amazon, I mean, I wouldn't say no to it. Blends well, lovely colour. Maybelline don't really do enough face products. They're just one of those drugstore brands. Like, they could branch out into much cooler products and they just don't seem to, but I guess they don't need to. They make enough money with their staples. Like, they probably don't need to make much cooler products than they already do. They're not really driven by innovation, are they? They're just driven by like selling stuff that everyone needs, like mascara and concealer, you know? Yeah, so it's bronzed me up nicely. I have the Maybelline Glass Spray. Tia sent this to me from Finland. I don't think we can get this in the UK yet. I'll try and find it and like link it below, but it's a really nice glass like setting spray. Smells nice. It's got a nice mister on it. I've not tried any other L'Oreal Maybelline setting sprays. I was thinking of L'Oreal because I love their setting sprays. And then for highlighter, I've got Sandstone Shimmer or Diamond Glow. I think I'll use Sandstone Shimmer. It's a wee bit darker. It's gorgeous. It's kind of like a Benefit cookie. Not quite as shimmery, but it is stunning. For a drugstore highlighter, it is just gorgeous. I've still not tried those new ones by Rimmel, but it's because they're a tenner each, and I'm like, who does Rimmel think they are? Charging a tenner for a highlighter, but they do look pretty. But yeah, I get these on Amazon or TK Maxx, much cheaper. Just do it. Just go on Amazon. Although, I don't really like Amazon. I do. I don't like the owner of Amazon. Oh, it's just so beautiful. And I might as well use a wee bit of like Diamond Glow. We're just going to go ham. And then I will just go over with my sponge. And just blend a little bit. Just kind of presses the highlighter in. Maybelline highlighters are beautiful. They are really worth the money. But if you can get them cheaper, then definitely do it. Especially to try them, because they are just stunning. My hair looks like pubes. We're almost done though. Right, while my battery needs to charge, I'm going to try and finish off the eyes, put some lashes on, and then we will do a lip together, because I think that's pretty much it, to be honest. I completely forgot to do blush, and I knew I was going to use the orange from the palette, so that's what I'm doing now. It's very hard to dip my brush in because it's such a small pan, but you know what? It works as a blush. Once you get your brush in there, it works as a blush. Eyeshadow as a blush is always going to work. It's just a coloured powder, so it works fine. I am 100% tempted to put on a nude glossy lip, which is my Maybelline Tease lip gloss, which is my favourite. You all know this, it's incredible. But I do feel like I should put on one of my Superstays because they're gorgeous and I want to fill up this whole thing. I don't know what one to go for. I think that's going to be too similar to my Colourpop if I put on a very dark purple. I could put on a weird colour. I could put on my bright ass think there is a nude. I could put the nude on, then put the gloss on top. Or I could do like a weirder nude. That could go. Yeah, that could go. 135 Globetrotter. I feel like it might go with the warm tones that we've got. Yeah. I think that's quite a good choice. Yeah, 135 Globetrotter. These are definitely a Maybelline hero product in my collection. I adore them and I do recommend them to everyone. Also, you get a lot of these colours on Amazon. Look how bad I am at applying lipstick. I'll clean it up, fix my hair, and then that'll be us done. But I love that colour. It'll also completely matte down in a few minutes. It just needs some time to kind of set, and then we'll be done. We'll discuss this. I have some thoughts on the eyes especially. Okay, all my makeup is finished. We'll ignore the hair. Right, thoughts. I really like how my skin looks. I think it looks really quite nice. Like every time I look at it in the camera, I can see that highlight. I think it's really pretty. That foundation is lovely. I can see me using that a lot, especially because the colour is so good for me. Like all my foundations recently have been way too pale, and this in 115 just seems to be really nice on my skin tone. Highlighter's great. Everything was great. The only thing I want to talk about and really bug on is this eyeshadow palette. First of all, it's literally £30 on Boots, which is a travesty. It's £4 on eBay. Get it for £4 if you can, if you want it. I would not recommend this palette. I'm going to declutter it now because it is that bad. It is actually crap. I really don't like it. Let me zoom in. No, I'm zooming out. I don't know if this is going to pick up how crap it is. Like, it just seems to sit in every like little pore. It doesn't blend. It goes patchy. Like when you blend over the top, it just removes more eyeshadow and it just doesn't look great. And I feel like of all the things in the world that I'm good at, I feel like eyeshadow is maybe one of them. And this has just made me want to rage quit all day, like in Call of Duty. When I get shot, this has made me want to rage quit. I want to run over this with my car. I hate it that much. But apart from that, I do really like the makeup look. Like I feel like the colour story is really pretty. Like the purple with the blue and then the browns and then this lip. I think it's really pretty and I'd quite like to recreate this in a different way with products that I really love, like on my eyes, and see like what I could come up with. Because I really like the colour story. But yeah, that is what I have to say about it. Maybelline is a really solid brand. It's a little bit too pricey, but I don't feel like they've raised their prices like other brands have. I feel like they've always been like quite pricey for the drugstore, but it's not going up too much. They've got some really good hero products like the Lash Sensational, the Super Stay Matte Liquid Lipsticks. The highlighters are just stunning. The foundations are on the whole really, really good. So it's a great brand. I really enjoy the brand and I'm not going to get rid of any of what I've used today, obviously, apart from that palette. So yeah, that's what I have to say about Maybelline. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a big thumbs up. Please don't bite that cable. Leave me a comment down below. Tell me what products from Maybelline that you love. Let me know what you think about this palette and how it performed and if you've tried it yourself. Subscribe if you haven't already and let me know what other full faces you want me to try. And yeah, I'm going to piss off. I hope you all have a lovely evening, whatever it is you're doing. I am going to go to Tesco, get some cold and flu medicine and some snacks, and then crawl into bed and edit this video and then watch movies. So yeah, thank you all for watching and I hope I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye!